What's up guys, in this scripted tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys about if statements and everything that goes in with those things. So we're going to be going right into our script right here in server script service to start us off, and I want to explain kind of what an if statement is. A few episodes ago we talked about functions, and functions are great and all, but we can't only use functions a lot of the time. So that's why we use things called if statements. What an if statement does is that we use the keyword if right here, and then inside of here we put a condition that needs to be met in order for the code to run inside of this if statement. What that looks like is we're gonna write if 2 plus 2 using our arithmetic operators equals. So the reason why we can't put just a normal equals right here is because we use an equals sign whenever we create a variable. Local my variable equals to true or false. So you see we use this equals sign right here. So instead of writing just one equal sign, we write two equal signs. Now most people I know, they pronounce this as equals equals, which makes sense because there are two equal signs. Otherwise, people would just call them if 2 plus 2 equals to whatever we put here, which in this case is going to be 4. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it, just make sure that there are two equal signs in whatever you are using here. So after our condition that needs to be met, this is the thing that will tell us whether it is true or false basically. And so after our condition, we write then, and you should see an end automatically pop up. So you'll see that if 2 plus 2 equals to 4, then we can print 2 plus 2 does equal to 4, just like this. So that is basic logic here. However, we're not just limited to numbers. Let's create a new variable right here. I'm going to call it local my string, and this is going to be equal to hello world, just like that. And we can even write if my string equals to hello world. Then we'll print my string, I guess we should write it like this, is equal to hello world. So we can do this with numbers, we can do this with strings, we can do this with booleans as we have right up here in the my variable. We can check if my variable equals to true, then we'll print my variable is equal to true. And we can test these out by going up to the view tab right up here, clicking on the output, and let's go back to the home tab here and click on this drop down menu right here and click on run. Now here in the output you see we have a few different things. We have 2 plus 2 does equal to 4, my string is equal to hello world, and my variable is equal to true. That's because all of these conditions that we met are true. However, let's say 2 plus 2 equals to 3 instead of 4. And we can change this 4 to a 3 as well. Let's get rid of the exclamation point inside of the hello world right here, and I'll get rid of it inside of the print statement. And then we're going to check if my variable equals to false. Then we're going to make sure this is set to false as well. So now if we run these, you can see that inside the output, absolutely nothing is going to be printed by our script here. And that is because all of these conditions are false. And so since we know that 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3, then this code inside of it is never going to run. And then that brings us to our other thing we can do with if statements, and that is called ElseIf. What ElseIf does, let me get rid of these right here. So we can write if 2 plus 2 equals to 3, then we're going to print 2 plus 2 does equal to 3. However, we can write else if. Now this else if, it's pretty much the same thing as saying however, or it's the same as saying otherwise, you could say. So if 2 plus 2 equals to 3, otherwise, or else if 2 plus 2 equals to 4, then we're going to print 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Just like this. You can see that if we were to run this right now, it is going to print out 2 plus 2 equals to 4, because 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3, so instead it's going to check if 2 plus 2 equals to 4. I'm going to change this to 2 now instead to see if 2 plus 2 equals to 2, and this brings us to our next part of an if statement, and that is the else keyword. The else keyword is pretty much the same as the else if keyword, but instead of checking another value specifically, it checks if it's anything else than what we have written down here. So right now we have if 2 plus 2 equals to 3. Otherwise, if 2 plus 2 equals to 2, we're going to write out else. So if it is anything else, if 2 plus 2 equals to anything other than 3 or 2. So for this, I'm going to write 2 plus 2 does not equal to either 2 or 3, just like this. And when we run this, it's going to print out 2 plus 2 does not equal to either 2 or 3. And once again, that is because it doesn't meet this condition, it doesn't meet this condition. However, since it doesn't meet either of these conditions, it's going to choose this path right here. And another thing to keep in mind is that we can have as many else ifs as we want to. We can write else if 2 plus 2 equals to 6 or something. Then we can print out 2 plus 2 equal to 6. You know, all these different things. We can keep on copying this all the way down and just change all the numbers one by one. However, there's an important thing to know, let me just get rid of these, is that we can only have one else keyword. And I'll show you why that is, because, let me get rid of this else if real quick, is that if we have 2 plus 2 equals to 3, then what this is doing is that if it's checking that 2 plus 2 equals to 3, then we're going to do this. Otherwise, if 2 plus 2 equals to anything other than 3, it's going to do this. Which means that if we had multiple else keywords inside of here, it wouldn't really make sense, because we have this, which runs whenever 2 plus 2 does equal to 3, which is never, and this, which runs whenever 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3, then anything else that 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3 is this statement right up here. I'm not sure if I'm articulating that pretty well, or if that even makes sense at all. But basically, if we have a condition right up here, an else keyword in the middle, if we add another else, then this else becomes the conditions that were not met when this else fires, if that makes sense. Now, we're not just limited to if 2 plus 2 equals to 3. We can do if 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3. You can do this by pressing down shift and the grave key. So anyways, if 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3, then we're going to print 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3. I'm going to get rid of this else statement for now. So now if we run the game inside of here, you can see it's going to print out 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3 because it does not equal to 3. And that is pretty cool. A few other things you can do is you can write and inside of here. So we're going to check if 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3 and 2 plus 2 does not equal to 1. Then we're going to print out 2 plus 2 does not equal to 3 or 1. Pretty simple. Just like that, you can see that since both of these conditions are met, it will be printed out. However, when using an AND right here, the code inside of here is not going to run if one of these conditions isn't accurate. So let's say if 2 plus 2 does not equal to what it actually is, in this case it is 4, and 2 plus 2 does not equal to 1, we can see that this isn't going to run because one of these conditions is true. So in the output, you can see nothing has printed there. So that is one thing to keep in mind. The next keyword that we can use is replace AND with an OR. So we're going to check if 2 plus 2 does not equal to 4 or 2 plus 2 does not equal to 1. So what this does, it checks if this condition is true or if this condition is true. Then we're going to do this. So if we print it out now, you're going to see it will probably still print out, as you can see right here, because one of those conditions were met and it is either or. Another thing to keep in mind is that we can do greater than or equal signs. I'm just going to get rid of this text inside the print statement. So if we write if 2 is less than 5, we're going to print 2 is less than 5, just like this. If we run this, you can see 2 is less than 5 makes sense. And you can combine your else statements inside of here as well as if you wanted to, but we can also do greater than. So if 2 is greater than 5, however, this is not going to print simply because 2 is not greater than 5. And we can even do if 5 is greater than or equals to 5. This will not work if you put the greater sign after the equal sign. It doesn't work like that because then it's equal to or greater than, which doesn't make sense, at least in my opinion, and because it's pronounced greater than or equal to, not equal to or greater than. So it's important to realize or memorize that the equal sign goes after the greater than symbol inside of here. So if 5 is greater than or equal to 5, we'll print out, well, this print statement is no longer accurate. However, that is still pretty cool. So using all of these combined, you can do if 5 is greater than or equal to 5 and 2 plus 2 equals to 4, or 5 is less than 3, then we're going to print out all of that stuff. Else if, we're going to write if 5 is less than or equal to 5 and 2 minus 2 is equal to 4, or 5 is greater than 3, then we're going to print out all of this stuff. Else, we're just going to print out subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and run this and see what prints out. It's going to print out all of that stuff because all of these conditions are true, except for this last one, but since there's an or there, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If this tutorial helped you understand if statements, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.